This is Max Shears for Pro Boxing Fans. I'm delighted to be joined for the second time today by Jeamie TKV. I mean, last time I spoke to you was in Derby in the lead up before the fight, and the biggest thing that I'll say is you came in. There was a lot of talk of you, and you came in humble, and you got the job done. I know it was a while ago now, but just the emotions of getting that win. How was it, mate?
It was a great feeling because, just like you said, look, I was the underdog. Not many people, not that many people around me and people around boxing knew I was going to beat Clark. A lot of people were ahead of everyone else, but when you get a lot of the YouTube guys who probably don't know much about boxing, not saying that they know much about boxing, but they're more fans rather than boxing people. They kind of all said that I was going to lose. The bookies had me down. And I just said, I'm going to beat this guy, man. Look, and that type of win was a more of a I told you so type of win. It wasn't oh, yes, I won. It was more, I told you so. I told you I'll beat him. I told you I'm better than him.
Yeah, I like when fighters say it. It's almost like a statement when you knew in yourself, just get the job done on the night, was it?
Yeah, exactly. And no, it was a very proud moment of mine, man. A proud moment of mine. And I've been on a high ever since, I'll be honest with you, man. And it can only get better. Performances can only get better too, being so confident and coming off such a win and being a British heavyweight champion can't get better than that.
It's almost felt perfect, doesn't it? Obviously, the fight in April. I imagine you had some time maybe with your family over Christmas, over the winter
Yeah.
period. It must have felt quite good for you.
Yeah, I mean, I did have a little bit of break, but I think in December I was sparring Moses. I sparred Moses in
Really?
December. I just helped him out. This is
Yeah.
before obviously his fight got postponed and that. But like I got back into training quite early, quite quickly, just to take over. But then when I was taking over, I got told, look, you could be fighting in March. You could be fighting. I said, whoa, that's quick. So I just ended up getting into camp. So I've been training for a while. Obviously, you got to manage camps because if you keep it 100% all the way through, you'll burn out.
Mm.
And that's what we try to avoid. So we manage camps differently. Yeah.
Definitely. Let's talk about your fight. Obviously, Richard Riakhpore, and possibly the biggest fight. It's definitely the biggest fight of the year so far. I mean, just it must be an exciting one. Again, it must be another one that you get up for, and that motivation must be there for you.
Yeah, man. Look, I know it's a tough fight. Tough fights excite me even more because people tend to consider me the underdog in most of these big fights. And I'm just like I said, I'm going to keep on proving them wrong. I know this is a tough fight. No fight at this level is ever easy, which I've always said. No matter who I fight, it could be Dave Allen, it could be Johnny Fisher. Every fight is 100% because they're gonna become and train their best version of themselves. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
And when that's the case, man, there's no easy fights at British level. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
I mean, look, I'm at a level where there will never be easy fights. I just gotta just take it on the chin and keep on moving. And with God on my side, man, I'll get to where I need to get to.
Yeah, like I said, there's no easy fights, especially not at this level that you're at right now. But obviously, there is a caveat that he's boxed 6 rounds as a heavyweight now. Do you look at that and think, with your style, that's almost perfect? Maybe in this bigger division, you can weigh him down a bit, tire him out. I know, obviously, you don't want to reveal too much, but are you looking at that and going, I can get you on the night because of that?
Yeah, I mean, look, I haven't seen too much, but we've seen enough of him in that
Mm.
sense. As in, he boxed at world level at cruiserweight. You can't knock that.
Yeah.
You can't knock that. He was he's a big guy, and I know him quite well. Known him for some years. Um, but yeah, look, I know what I would do. I'm not sure what he would do, but I know what I would do, and I'll just stick to what I'm doing, and I'll get the job done.
Yeah, you say about getting the job done, and again, I know you're never going to overlook a fighter, especially not before the fight takes place. But like I said, you're starting the year off as British champion. You're fighting in April on the biggest card of the year. When you was to put a roadmap almost, how do you want to end the year? Where do you want to be at? What sort of level do you want to be at?
Um, do you know what? I possibly want to fight for the European title, if I'm honest with you.
Mm.
That looks like another um, stepping stone that I could. I don't know. It just looks like a good title to add to my resume. You know what I'm saying? To just tell people but I am the British heavyweight champion and the European champion, and to defend those two belts against other British fighters. You know,
Mm.
I think British. I mean, European level might be the next step, but you never know. You never know how life may take me or the journey may take.
Yeah, you talk about European, obviously two names that continue to be paired with you, Johnny Fisher and Dave Allen, who obviously we're hearing there's a big fight to be announced, and I think it's safe to say I'm assuming it's not you, that big fight. So when you look at it, are them two names that down the line you'd be interested in fighting, or is that kind of ship sailed
Yeah,
now?
of course, of course. Just like I said, win, defend the British, win the European. I can go back and defend the European and British against those two fighters. It don't matter, you
Mm.
know. So whatever journey makes sense, what avenue makes sense, I'm all here for it.
Definitely. I have to ask you, well, I've got you about that main event on your night. Tyson Fury turns against Aspirations Makhmudov, and I'm not sure if you've had a chance to see today, but John Fury did an interview with Playbook Boxing, and one of the quotes, I'll say it word for word, is Tyson Fury has been gone since the Deontay Wilder fights. They finished him, Wilder completely did him in. So when you hear Tyson's dad, John, saying that, I mean, what do you make of them comments? Do you think Tyson Fury's finished? Is that what you see?
Nah, man, he's not finished. He's had fights after that. I mean, the only person he's lost is against Usyk.
Yeah.
I mean, Usyk's undefeated, and he's not easy to beat. I think the only person that got a close decision with him was probably AJ with a split decision. That people don't realize that that was actually a closer fight. It, AJ lost him on a split decision, but everyone else has been a bit of a. I'm not sure. Was Fury fight a split decision? Have I got it wrong?
I think maybe the first one might have been. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
One of
but
them was.
like that's not an easy person to beat. He knocked out the bar twice. Um, hurt Fury in the fight. I mean, and that's the only person he really lost to. Come on, man, you can't really. He's had fights. He's won fights, man. You know.
Yeah,
Um, I, I,
sorry.
no, I was just gonna say it's a wild statement to come from his dad. That's all.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you talk about also working with Itauma, and I feel like Itauma, you hear all the sparring stories, but he still almost remains an unknown until we see him fight these names and against these people that we're talking about. What did you see from Moses? You've been in the ring, but how good is he?
He's talented, man. Look, I first met him when he was 11. Yeah, and I just saw what he was doing to people when he was 11. I just said, "Well, this boy is, boy is a beast," and he was only 11. Um, he was like, I remember, I think when he was 12, he was like 80 kilos, a big kid, and he was sparring like 23, 25-year-olds. Now imagine going home to your girlfriend or your wife saying a 12-year-old beat me up. Oh, do you know how humbling boxing can be? a 12-year-old come into the gym and whoop my ass. How can you go and tell anyone that? I'll take that to the grave. But literally that's exactly what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And even when he was 16 sparring the older heavyweights, I'm telling you, man, always been a problem. So it's not really a surprise that he's doing so well. It's like, yeah, it's expected type of thing. I know he's always been a talent.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw Alexander Usyk said he won't fight him because he doesn't want to break him. Is there almost an element
Well, he
of
doesn't want to break him.
he doesn't want to break him? Is there an element of that he doesn't want to get beaten by the younger guy? Is that what's going on?
Hey, you never know. I mean, look, let Usyk enjoy what he's doing, man. He's done it all. He's beat everyone at cruiserweight, done it at heavyweight. I mean, he's just, right now. I feel like he's having fun fighting someone like Rico. Like, I know Rico. I'm a fan of Glory.
Right.
I love Glory. I love the kid, but it's intense sometimes when I watch it. It's good. It's good to watch. But when I saw him fight, obviously because I'm a fan of Rico, I'm like I don't really care. But really and truly, I feel like he should let the belts go, let others fight for it while he enjoys boxing in his own right. You know what I'm saying? He goes and enjoy himself. But yeah, I don't think it's more of a younger person type of thing. I think he's just exploring the money and chasing the money. Well, he's getting that money type of thing. These fights make more money. That fight probably don't make more money and probably a harder fight for him. So I guess that's the reason.
Yeah, well, Jamie, I'm not going to keep you too much longer. One fight that is coming up, though, obviously for the heavyweight world title, is Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. I mean, do you have any history with these guys? Have you sparred either of these guys?
Yeah, I used to spar Dubois from when he was 15.
Really?
Yeah, used to. I've known. I've been around boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I've sparred the ball when he was 15. Fabio, I sparred both of them. Both tough guys who come for everything and war. Like you're in it. Like that's going to be a very, very good fight. I'm excited for that fight. If anything, that is going to be a great fight. I think that's in May, right?
May 11th, yeah.
Yeah. So literally a month after me. So I might be there front row cheering.
You
You know
know
what I'm
my job.
saying?
I got to push you for a prediction. Which way are you leaning?
I I have to choose my gym mate, man. I have to choose my guy Fab.
Hmm.
I believe he's gonna bite down on his gum shield and just let bombs go. Even if he closes his eyes, something's gonna land. Even if the ref goes, someone's going down.
Hmm.
Even if he catches the ref by accident, someone's going down. No joke.
And just last one, mate, before I let you go, you talk about being in boxing a while, and like I said, I did just get off an interview with Fraser Clark, and I asked the exact same question. You guys have come through the traditional style of boxing. You're the British champion, right? When you see Zuffa boxing getting involved, and we know what they want to do in terms of moving away from your traditional governing bodies, for you, you will have grown up looking at the WBC, the IBO, IBF, all of these belts. What does that title hold? Is it a financial thing? Like, does the Zuffa belt really have a history, and will it, do you
I
think?
mean, it don't have issue. What I look at is I just look at when I see it, I just see money,
Hmm.
and it just reminds me of a UFC type of format is the avenue they're trying to go with, but it's a bit difficult because boxing is a because it as an example, if you tie a fighter down
Hmm.
and they earn a certain like they want to earn a certain amount of money, they negotiate a certain amount of money. But if you're tied down to what they have to pay you, sign a contract, you can't earn even more than what they're giving you type of thing. With how things are set up, you're able to earn a certain amount, you're able to negotiate, you're able to do this though. That kind of limits them from negotiating certain contracts, negotiating certain things because you're already tied down to a contract. So I feel like that might be an issue later on down the line. But listen, I can never complain. I like when other fighters get opportunities. If there's more opportunities in boxing, the better. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that may be the only issue that we may face. I mean, negotiations and money issues. But let's see. Let's see how things go.
Definitely. Sorry, Jim, I've just got one more. You talk about opportunities for fighters. We're at a point in boxing now where Sky Sports are back in the game, BBC are back in the game, DAZN, obviously, we know what they're doing. This can only be good for the sport, surely.
Say, say that again.
Just in
I missed
terms
the
of the
last.
just in terms of the broadcasters, obviously, right now we've got Sky Sports, BBC, DAZN. All these broadcasters and all the investment in the sport can only be a good thing for you fighters, surely.
Yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I said. The more broadcasting companies, the more investments happening within boxing gives other fighters and every fighter opportunities because I know firsthand how tough boxing is. You may see the glitz and glamour, but it's tough behind the scenes. You know, you don't get a monthly wage like a normal person working. You get paid after you fight. That's it. And you may be lucky enough to have a sponsor, but those are the people at the top. Now imagine the people that box a small shows and they have to sell tickets. Sometimes have to pay 3-4 grand just to fight. Have to pay their opponents. That you know what I'm saying? So if things like that can change where everyone gets opportunities and no one has to do things like that, then I'm a happy man. Like I'm happy for boxing. I want everyone else to eat well. You know what I'm saying? That's my type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? I want everyone to eat well.